Hey guys, Coach Pillowfist here. So everybody wants to do cool Our favorite fighters do it, so why can't we? Well, for one, our favorite fighters are masters of the sport. They got all the basic fundamentals down already. Secondly, most of these cool things that you're seeing is only done in training, but not necessarily in actual fight. And lastly, just because they're world level pros doesn't mean they're perfect. They might be elite, but they're not perfect. So here are 5 things that may look cool, but can quickly turn into bad habits. It's not to say that these things can't be pulled off in an actual fight, but they're just not gonna work out the same way that you think they will. So the first one is the rhythm step. Alright, and we all love ourselves some rhythm steps. There's nothing wrong with doing the rhythm step. It's just the timing and the frequency that you guys are doing the rhythm step that sucks. So that second that you take to execute that rhythm step, you're leaving yourself vulnerable, right? Because in this position, I'm not really in a position to be able to defend punches or even come back with punches on my own. So if the opponent decides to attack me in the middle of my rhythm step, alright, that's bad news for me. There are 2 instances in which you should not execute the rhythm step. The first one is immediately after you just throw some punches, right? Because if I throw like a 1-2-3, 1-2-3, I don't want to immediately rhythm step right after that. Why? Because the opponent can be coming back with punches to counter me. If I go 1-2-3 and the opponent decides to counter me from here and I'm in the middle of my rhythm step, alright, then I'm gonna get hit. The second instance in which you don't want to do the rhythm step is when you guys are on the inside or mid-range where you guys are in range to get hit by the opponent. If I'm in range to get hit by the opponent and I do my rhythm step, the opponent is gonna time me when I do that rhythm step because I can't defend punches from here or come back with punches of my own. So I'm gonna go, alright? With the rhythm step, you only wanna do it when you're on the outside, alright? When you're out of range to get hit, then do the rhythm step, alright? So if I wanna go jab, jab, then do the rhythm step. The second cool looking thing that you should not do in a fight is this. Alright, see what I'm doing here? Pivoting my front foot and turning the corner to my rear hand side. Alright, now this is just unrealistic. You shouldn't even do this in shadow boxing. That's not gonna work. In terms of front foot pivots, you only want to pivot to your lead hand side, not your rear hand side, alright? Lead hand side. If you guys do want to turn the corner to your rear hand side, alright, instead of doing this thing right here, alright, this step right here, alright, what most of you guys know is the custom model step. Cool looking thing number 3, unproductively changing between the high guard and the Philly shell. A notable example of this is Ryan Garcia when he fought up against Emmanuel Tagoe. Ryan Garcia was just constantly going high guard, Philly shell. High guard, Philly shell, chasing around Emmanuel the whole time. And we all know what he's trying to do. He's trying to set up for that check left hook. Another example of this is Anthony Yarde when he fought Lyndon Arthur. And yeah, I'll give that Anthony Yarde was feinting in there and throwing jabs every now and then, but he wasn't doing nothing with it. He wasn't following up with anything. He was just going, I don't know. Alright, if you're gonna change from high guard to Philly shell, you gotta do something with it. Let's take the example of Canelo versus Daniel Jacobs, right? When Canelo was changing from Philly shell, high guard, Philly shell, high guard, he was effectively using his head movement, using his shoulders, alright, level changing, moving his way in, trying to get on the inside, cutting off the ring, feinting, and when the opponent's not taking the bait, then he's gonna be the one throwing the punches. He's gonna be the one throwing the jabs. He's not gonna sit there and wait on the opponent. He's productively utilizing all these different tools while he's transitioning between the 2 stances. So don't just go high guard, Philly shell, unproductively. Alright, make sure you guys are, moving your head, feinting. Alright, just like that. Jab. Alright, level change. Alright, make sure you're catching your punches, utilizing your hands. Cool thing number 4, the Ali shuffle off of the L step. Alright, I swear, every time I've seen a video about how great somebody's footwork is, it's always this thing right here. Alright, this does nothing for you except just look cool. And then last but not least, number 5, shoeshines. Now anytime you ever see shoeshines, I guarantee you it's in training. Because shoeshines are mostly like a training thing to work hand speed, conditioning, and rhythm. 2 rare occasions that you might have seen the shoeshine successfully get implemented was David Benavidez against Porky Medina and Mickey Ward on his first fight against Arturo Gatti. Now when you guys are shadowboxing, you guys can implement your shoeshines to get in your rhythm. In a real fight, your shoeshines are only effective for a threshold of about 4 uppercuts. 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, if you're sticking around with those shoeshines for too long, and you're in danger zone to get countered by the opponent. So I don't want to be and I stick around too long and get countered by the opponent. Just get your All right, get those 4, 3, 4 shoe shines in, then finish it off with a combination. And always finish off those shoe shines with a combination or something, like a 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, just like that. All right. Now I know what you guys might be thinking. Manny Pacquiao is always doing those prolonged 1-2s, right? Well, those 1-2s are a little more protected because our hands are up here, whereas the shoe shines, our hands are down here. Also, the laws of boxing do not apply to Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao can literally do a bunny hop double-handed straight and still manage to win a world title with that. So for this reason, we shall never use Manny Pacquiao as an example again. So remember, all that fancy, smancy, cool stuff, those don't win fights. If that's what you think, tell me how Mikey Garcia became a 4-division world champion. Tell me how Errol Spence is a current, undefeated, unified world champion. But alright everybody, thank you guys for tuning into that video. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.